Hello. Tēnā koutou katoa. No mai, hoki mai. Welcome back to another reading. We're going to get straight into it. I'm using the tarot cards today as well as my own deck that I have created, which has just like channeled messages from spirit that tend to come up in my readings. So if you have stumbled upon this reading, it may be for you. Take what resonates, leave the rest for your fellow brothers and sisters who are also in this collective, sharing this wairua, sharing this energy. So I have a song in my head, and I was listening to the lyrics and I was like, damn, these are real like low vibration energy, and I feel like the message that was coming in, the song is, I ain't got no money, I ain't got no car to take you on a date, and then I heard, no, I don't want your number, no. So we've got two, that the second one's no scrubs. So I feel like the first one is from like, is bringing the message in that you have been attempted to be programmed since you were a young kid. So the music that you're listening to or have listened to in the past may not resonate anymore. I feel like you are glowing up as you grow up, and your tastes are becoming different. Now, your tastes may be becoming different with your man that you're choosing, the type that you're attracted to, which ultimately is going to change as you evolve, as you change your mind, as you begin to put boundaries in, as you begin to change your self-concepts, as you begin to keep small promises to yourself and you elevate your frequency. You are alleviating yourself from low vibrations and you're moving into a higher frequency and a higher consciousness. Do we want to start with these? Let's. Okay. So what is the collective moving through at this time that we could really get a knowing of? There will always be an option for you. You're abundant AF. Okay, so through change, through accepting self-concepts, through setting higher standards for yourself, higher boundaries for yourself, there are always going to be options for you. Sometimes when we are in a low state of consciousness, or we're really feeling into the ego, we tend to self-sabotage. Okay, so through your journey of your self-discovery and your glow up, it's really important that you are remembering that you will always have options because you are abundant AF. So we've got an affirmation here. I accept myself in all phases of my loops and cycles. Every human loops and every human cycles. You will enter out of a cycle as you raise your frequency, and you will enter into a new cycle. Okay, so don't allow yourself to get caught up in, oh, I need to stop doing things repetitively, or I need to stop, or like it's bad that I go into cycles. Life is a journey. Life ebbs and flows, and just like the maramataka, the moon cycle, you also cycle through those. So you might be having some anxiety around things that are changing and shifting. We have lower your expectations, as well as your anxiety is telling you something. So you need to listen. We have your house needs more nurturing energy, and everything always works out for me/us. Okay. I feel like you are responsible, or you take a responsibility. You could have children. And a lot of this energy here with the moving on, setting higher standards for yourself, it's telling you to really disconnect from the things that are pulling you outwardly, that are taking your energy, that are draining your energy, siphoning this energy, and you're being called to come back into what you can control, okay? You can't control other people. You can't control, well, you could, Spirit's saying you could do that. However, that involves you to manipulate. And when you're in your soft girl era, there is no need to manipulate. You allow your boundaries to be put in place and you say, this is how I feel. This is how I'm going to respond to this. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to take action. And then you cannot control what other people do after that, okay? I feel like with this energy, with you, what you're moving through is you're navigating through a lot of yes energy and no energy. You're understanding your power of your throat chakra. You're also understanding as you mature that you don't have to do any goddamn thing that you don't want to do. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. Some people are going to have an opinion about that, okay? Some people are going to have an opinion about anything that you do. And I feel like this energy here with your house needing more nurturing energy showing up, lowering your expectations on how people react when you put boundaries in place. Everything works out for me and for us when they are in alignment with the higher consciousness. Because remember, there are always options for you because you are abundant. What else? What else? Some of you are looking for new houses or a new house. And you will get what you desire. Okay, some of you are being called to move, relocate. Some of you are being called to travel abroad, so go overseas. I'm hearing study, and I'm also hearing family holiday. So there's this business and pleasure balance that's coming in. We have the Six of Swords. So we've got the Six of Swords in reverse, the Page of Cups upright, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Cups upright, Five of Pentacles upright. I feel like you've really outgrown your shyness, or you're about to really trust yourself and show confidence on the outside. And I feel like this is just due to your Nine of Cups energy. You've been preserving and harvesting and there is a lot of energy. I feel like you have been focusing on your ego. Okay, the energy's kind of slowing down now. We're 10 minutes in. So I'm hearing you're going to have help with paying bills. You might be up to your eyeballs in bills. You might be like on a journey, particularly if you've been looking at self-employment. You have been looking at moving from a 9 to 5 into working for yourself. You're going to have help. You're going to have assistance with this. It's going to be very emotional and emotionally fulfilling, what it is that you have decided to do. Okay, I'm hearing ride the waves. This is also very important when it comes to your house. So that's why they were mentioning the whare here, the house. Lowering your expectations, I feel like, is just your spirit guides asking you to trust, to really, really trust a lot deeper into your dreams and your hopes. You are quite hopeful. Turn your hopes into the reality that it has happened. It's already happened, okay? I definitely see someone's coming in to pay your bills. Whether this comes in as new clients, so you're able to delegate money for that. This is going to bring the nurturing energy into your home tenfold. I just hear your bills are paid, your bills are paid, your bills are paid. So allow yourself. I'm also hearing intimate relationships strengthening. More specifically, the intimate relationship that you have with yourself. I feel like you're learning to trust yourself in getting your bills paid on time. I'm also hearing you're coming out of debt. Yeah. And you're moving this money coming in, this energy, these people coming in are such a delicate energy. Definitely before Christmas, you can expect this. And with lowering your expectations, it's like you are only allowing specific expectations of yours to be upheld. And I feel like that is a part of your boundaries. So your boundaries is actually what creates this inflow and this beautiful energy of this money to come in. It is your boundaries. It is you upholding your integrity. Okay. I'm hearing you being wittier and quicker. It's like your imagination and your childlike energy is also your problem solver. You're very creative at getting problems solved. This only requires you to sink deeper into your body. I feel like there is some energy that you're overcoming, and this has to do with the lack mentality of the song. You know, I ain't got no money, ain't got a car to take you on a date, I can't even buy you flowers, but to me we could be the perfect soulmates. Talk to me, girl. And then, boy, it's alright now, you ain't gotta flow for me. So this is you taking your mana back, your power back. Let's get some, this energy is actually really expanding. Let's get some more. Oh, actually, we'll go here. The Chariot, movement. Interesting. I'm seeing a lot of 444, 333 in your energy. today they are also reminding me it's a fetal moon, a new moon. So it is a new lunar month. What are we in? The 7th month of the year. This is going off the moon cycles, not the Gregorian calendar. So in Te Ao Māori, the world of Māori, which is my indigenous being. So there is this like ancient wisdom that's coming in, guiding you, reminding you that all of the structures, all the matrix things that are going on in your reality at the moment are all a part of the actual matrix, okay? You could be a healer who is being told to set up a business, to step into your power, step into your mana, step into your wisdom. You have a lot of ancient wisdom. You have a lot of wisdom or a deep sense of connection to your ancestors, your tupuna. You could have a really deep knowing of the underworld or access to the darkness through your shadow journey. Okay, these are all really important aspects to you as a healer. Having to learn how to put boundaries in place in the 3D reality so they mirror you in your te ao wairua, in your energy world, okay? If this is your first time watching me, you could resonate with some of my other videos. There is a lot about protecting yourself, setting standards, setting up rituals, and this is, I feel it's very similar, but there's been change since even just a couple of days ago. So you're rapidly evolving, okay? Every day that you're conscious in yourself, even if it's, you know, you're taking that time to rest. Yeah, this is hella fast moving. We've got the 8 of Wands. It's just like boom, bap, bim bap boom. And you've got the Magician. So this is all because you are working on your alchemization, okay? You're all working towards building a better life for yourself. You most definitely have come from hanging out with people of low vibration, lack mentality, and you were the light. You were like what helped feed their businesses, what helped feed their reputation. You inspired ideas within them, okay? And I feel like a lot of you have put boundaries in place because you had to lower your expectations of the world around you as you are building and moving yourself. But they're still higher than most people's, okay? Your floor are your old associates' ceiling, okay? So you're walking on their ceiling. They're not, yeah. There was a lot of push and pull. You're coming out of the mindset, I feel, of runner-chaser energy. There's no such thing as runner-chaser energy when you're in the abundant mind state, okay? It becomes a dance. When you are moving and navigating with someone or people or yourself, in this case, with your business, the energy, when you're navigating high vibrational relationships and you're able, the other people are able to meet you at that standard, it becomes a dance. You become, it's a give and a take. It's not a push and a pull. It's a give, take, receive, you know, give, receive. So these boundaries that you're placing in your intimate relationships, they are going to correlate to how you work with Wairua in your business, because it's really important that you set up boundaries with your clients. Yeah, I feel like you have alchemized very rapidly, very quickly. Let's just get some more insight to confirm what I'm hearing. I'm seeing that you've had a lot of sleepless nights. You've had a lot of staying up. You have really worked so hard to hear the call, hear what your ancestors saying, seeing the cards, you know, you've been getting readings, you've been consoling your soul, you have been allowing yourself to gather information, and you then went and did exactly what spirit or source or your ancestors or whoever the cards, you've been doing exactly that. Yeah, I'm really feeling, we've got the Empress and the Ten of Wands in reverse. I feel like you have de-pedestaled yourself. I feel like the problem is that everybody put you on a pedestal and refused to see the darkness within you, but then would not give you the confirmation of what it is that you knew in the light, but would confirm your darkness. So this to me sounds like a huge shadow journey that you are overcoming. You have really, or are really, letting go a lot of past identities, even though they're still goddess identities. Like, there's nothing wrong with you, okay? There's never been anything wrong with you. You could stay in your old identities and you would live a fruitful, abundant life. Every single version of yourself has always been abundant. That is not the problem here, darling. That is not the problem here. The problem is that you had this Empress energy, you had all the tools, you had all of the wood to build a whare, a home, you had abundant resources, but you had zero boundaries. So they just took from you. They took from you and you happily gave because you were in your element. You were doing, maybe you've been doing shit for free. Maybe you've been giving friend discounts. Maybe you've been giving whānau members the benefit of the doubt, family members the benefit of the doubt because, oh no, they've had a rough life. Oh no, this. Oh no, that. Oh no. The thing here is that the boundaries that you are placing now in your new versions of yourself just make you more settled in your bones. And everything else really remains the same. Come out of the idea that the shadow journey is meant to change every single part of you, because it's not going to. There are things that are characteristically you because that is just how you were meant to be in this lifetime. Queen of Coins. So you are, you're overcoming demons. We've got the Page of Wands here. I feel like you've really been initiated through the dream state. So your dreams could be wildly vivid at this time. People are coming into your dreams, people that you have cut off. And these are just you finding answers for yourself. It's like they're coming into your energy. That is your controlled environment, okay? So one thing that I did very early on in my spiritual journey was created a door, and no one could access my energy without having a key to that door or without me opening that door. So these are the cool little things that you can do that requires magic. It requires an imagination. It requires you to trust the process, your visualizations. And we also know these to be clairvoyancy, clairsentience, like the feelings, the touch, the visions, the hearing and the knowing. They are all internally built so you can navigate the unseen realms, okay? And it does feel like a really childlike energy. I see that you're going really, really deep into your emotional state. This is also why the boundaries are very important and why the money begins to flow in, because you have an outlet, okay? I feel like that's really important for you. You need to stop giving your beautiful energy to these crusty, dusty ass men, and you need to start pouring that well-watered energy into yourself. You don't fill your cup in order for other people to drink out of it. You fill your cup and then you overflow it so others can drink from that, okay? This is a huge part of your business mentality. It's also a big part of your security, and it's a big part of your self-concepts and how you see yourself, okay? I feel like a lot of you really need to up your prices in your business if you've already got a business, okay? Stop trying to lowball yourself. You need to have a lot more confidence in there. People will see how confident you are through the energy, okay? They won't even see, they will not really take note of your person. They will feel you, okay? That's why my the banner on my YouTube page says her Wairua speaks for her. Her energy speaks for her, for you. When you walk into a room, okay, if you're slow, if you're calm, and you are there because you have purpose, you have meaning, you understand yourself and what it is that you're there to do, because your intentions are right, then people are going to pick up on that. You're abundant as heck, lady. It's really it's time for you to wear your heart on your sleeve again. To really feel into just your magic. Your healing business, or your business, your wellness business, your Wairua business, it should be a place of abundance. You should feel abundant while you're in that space. If you're not, boundaries, okay? Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Might need to call this video boundaries. With this beautiful Queen of Pentacles, you are her. Your wit and your cheekiness has come through again. You're very smart, okay? You're smart in your own unique way. You're smart in the way that you know energy, that you can read energy. So, molding your craft, sculpting it, is going to help you through your transformations, through being able to see as above and then coming into your so below. Queen of Pentacles is also bringing through that you do have that ability to move through the different realms, and understanding that the heart space up, heart space, throat, third eye, crown, and soul star, they are all 5-dimensional access and higher. Okay, so you do have that ability. If you work through the heart, if you work on opening people's hearts, working with opening the throat, opening the third eye, opening the crown, Okay, you work in the higher dimensions. So that means you're going to need a lot more boundary setting. You're going to need a lot more protection of your mind and your emotions. Okay, not necessarily your 3D tinana. I mean, yes, we do tend, like some people, if they're really, really, really in the dark, they will get poltergeists. They will get demons in their house. They will get spirits being able to move things. But that really are manifestations of your ego and of your dark side, okay? When you live in the light, it's very hard to get attachments in your 3D reality. However, that analogy about the door that I said with your energy, like you having a door to your energy, that's how people gain access. If you have a house, say that your auric field is your house, right? So that goes all the way out. You have a boundary. If you don't have a fence up, if you don't have walls on your house, people are going to see. People are going to see in. If you don't have curtains on your windows, people are going to see in. So think of your auric field as your whare, okay? And each pillar of your whare represents something. Now, in Te Ao Māori, in my culture, it's taha tinana, which is the body, taha hiningaro, which is your mental and emotional state, taha wairua, which is energy and the spirit realm, and then we've got taha whānau, which is all about your community, your humanness, okay, and your relationships and your connection to being a person. So when you have all pillars of your whare stable and you're recognizing yourself in all of them and you're looking after each of those pillars, you're taking care of your whare. When we extend out of that whare and we go to the premises of that whare, that land, all right, whenua and whakapapa are also on there. Whenua being the land, we are all connected to the land. Okay, whether you are conscious of it or not, no matter what religion you know, no matter where you come from, what country, you have a connection to the land. If you go back in your whakapapa, which is your family lineage, there will be a connection to the land somehow, okay? Due to colonization, there was a lot of separation and a lot of I was going to say divination, but divination is not. There was a lot that has separated from, it was the break up and the restructuring of the earth, okay, so, and that was through people, but the land was one point that they wanted to access because of the resources, right? So when you think about that and you think about why you've come in as a healer, you are actually a protector of this land. Okay, and that's why colonization happened. They wanted to take the people from the land because they protected it, okay? Genocide is happening in Gaza at the moment. What's in Gaza? Okay, ask yourself that. What is in all of these third world countries that we have all around the world, okay? What do they want to harvest offshore on Aotearoa at the moment, New Zealand? You know, all of these things, the coal, the gold, the oil, right? The land, farming, you know, all profit, all to capitalize, all to run an agenda. So if you're still here, kia ora, we're 34 minutes in and you are a part of the change. You are here in the new earth to breathe new life, to bring back ancient wisdom, the food of our chiefs, right? The real So you might be really guided to learn your family native tongue, okay? And it's okay if you're living in a country and you're not actually from that country, your ancestors, if you go back into like the 1700s and your ancestors did not reside off the same whenua that you are on, kei te pai, like, we can't change the past, we can only forgive it, okay? We can't change what the people who came before us did. We can only open our heart and understand what that means to us and translate our expression to be the support of the change that happened. Because change has been inevitable throughout history. We're just learning a different type of history. We're no longer relying on the systems of the matrix, because we're listening to the hearts and we're listening to the energy once we have our clear vessel. Damn, baby boo, I don't know who you are, but you're freaking amazing. You're here to do great things. You're here to not do it alone. You don't have to be alone. There are people, even on this channel and on YouTube, who are banding together, right? You have an intention, you feel it. You feel it in your bones. That's your DNA. That's you accessing your native, natural wisdom from your ancestors, okay? So, no, we ain't gonna let dusty ass men ruin that. We're not going to allow the very minuscule, very small, very self-centered way of looking at the world sabotage what we have going on in this space, okay? You can't afford to get caught up in drama anymore. Anyone brings drama to your life, fucking block. Delete, block. Cut cords, block. It doesn't matter. You don't owe anyone goddamn anything, okay? And if you do, then karma is going to take care of that for you. Yeah. Time to rest. Rest your body, rest your bones. Your presence is your present, okay? Your presence, your effortlessness, your desire to show up, to be in spaces and places that you just want to be involved in because you feel that call, go there, okay? And just to close off, I'm hearing bath and spiritual, grounding and spiritual bath. Okay, so cleansing, clearing. Set your boundaries. Hold your confidence high, right? You know that you can do, if you know that you can do better, fucking do it. You have no excuses except yourself, okay? There's no reason for anything. Some things are hard and you're really scared, but you do it anyway, all right? Kia kaha. I love you. Thank you for sticking around. And I will see you in the next video.